Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Laura, for those of you that do not know, and today's video is such an exciting one. Today is April 10th, 2019, which means that tomorrow on April 11th, I will be seeing the After movie for the first time, and it feels fake. Like, it feels so fake. Like, I can't believe it. So this is gonna be my final video before I go see the movie. So I wanted to do something fun for you guys. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 predictions for the After movie. Now, I haven't been looking at any spoilers for the past week, so I haven't seen a lot of the scenes that probably you guys have seen. And also, I'm sure there are a handful of you guys that have already seen the movie today, or, you know, at past premieres and showings and stuff like that. So I'm going to be disabling the comments until I see the movie, just so people don't accidentally spoil me on anything. I hope you guys don't mind, but they'll be open again tomorrow, so it's not the biggest deal. But yeah, I'm really excited. I know some of you guys have seen the movie, so you can watch this and, you know, tell me if I'm wrong or right in your head. Don't actually tell me. And then obviously those of you that haven't seen the movie yet, that are planning on going this weekend or whenever it comes out for you, you can listen to my ideas and see if you agree with them or not. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I have 10 predictions for the After movie, so I'm just going to get started and tell you what they are. Prediction number 1. Now, this is something I've been saying constantly in all of my After videos, so I'm sure it will not come as a shock to you, but my first prediction is that Hardin Scott is going to be a softie in the movie, as opposed to his normal bad boy self that we see portrayed in the book. Just because, I don't know, what I've seen, he's seemed a lot softer towards Tessa, towards other people. He doesn't seem as mean as Hardin from the book series. So that is leading me to believe that Hardin is going to be a softie in the movie, and I'm excited to see it, honestly. Like, I love, like, badass, crazy Hardin, but, like, a softer version of him might actually be good. So I'm really excited to see if I'm right. Maybe he's not. Like, maybe he's actually really hard in the movie and I'm just assuming things, but I'm excited to see. I think he's gonna be a softie though. Prediction number 2. Now, this is a spoiler if you haven't read all of the books, so beware. But my second prediction is that we won't see any of Steph's snake behavior until further movies. So I think that this first movie is going to lead us to believe that she's just like the normal, typical best friend roommate. So I don't know, maybe there'll be like a little sneak of her being a little sly and a little shady, but I think it's just going to portray her as being a good friend and a good person. I mean, obviously by the end of the movie, it'll be kind of obvious that she was hiding something from Tessa, but they all were, so I wouldn't consider that something that's kind of showing her true colors. But I don't think it's gonna pay much attention to Steph. I think the movie is gonna be much more focused on solely Hardin and Tessa. That leads me to my next 2 predictions, which the third prediction is that Zed will have no part in the bet. And so I think the bet is going to be changed a little bit, because I've heard other people speculate this, and I sort of agree. I do think that they're going to be changing the bet a little. I'm not sure how, I'm not sure what aspects of it will be changed, what the terms of it are, but in my opinion, I feel like it would be easier for them if they just eliminated Zed from the bet altogether and just made it something that Hardin did, and not have Zed involved at all. I think that would be a lot easier for them to portray without having to include a lot of Zed stuff, which leads me to my 4th prediction, which is that Zed will not be going after Tessa's heart at all in this movie, and that plot will be saved for a future film. So I don't really think we're gonna have a ton of Zed screen time overall, just because, again, I feel like the movie's gonna want to focus a lot more on Hardin and Tessa's love story. So I feel like little subplots like that are gonna have to be saved for after the big bet reveal in like our 2nd and 3rd movie, hopefully. So yeah, I feel like he's gonna be a lot less involved in this first movie, but I'm excited to see Samuel in the movie. Wherever they put him, I'm interested. So yeah. My 5th prediction is that Molly is going to get some type of redemption. And now, I don't know if this is going to be something that we see in the first film, but I guess it's a prediction more for the whole series. However, I do think it would be in the after movie's best interest to allow one of the characters to kind of have some type of redemption plot and not be just one of the other characters that like hates Tessa and ruins her life. I feel like in the series we really see this theme of like all of these girls hating her. She doesn't really have a lot of female friends, and I think that Molly is probably going to be our best bet for a character that has more of an arc and a redemption story and ends up being a good one by the end. So I would love for them to do that personally, just because I love Anana and I would love to see more of her in the movies. So hopefully they give her a little something, throw her a bone perhaps. I would love to see that. My sixth prediction is that Jace is going to have a much larger role in the movies than in the books. I mean, I think in the books his role is pretty small, even though he is involved in the bet. You really don't hear from him that often, so I just personally think that they're including him a lot more in the movie just from the looks of it. We've seen him in a lot of scenes and stuff like that already, so I just feel like that's going to be something a little more prevalent for the movies for some reason. I'm not sure why they're doing that. Maybe they're using him to make up for the lack of other characters that are not appearing in the movies. Logan and Nate, yeah. So maybe to make up for that, the lack of them, I'm not sure, but I just know that he's gonna have a bigger part. I can feel it. So yeah. My next prediction number 7, is that Pia Mia as Tristan is going to have less than 10 lines. And I don't know why, I just feel that one really hard. I'm so excited to see her in the movie, don't get me wrong, but Tristan is such a small role, I doubt that they amped it up that much. But I feel like less than 10 lines is very possible. I mean, I don't know what Tristan even brings to the story other than like a few one-liners here and there anyway, so yeah, I'll count when I go see it, guys. I don't know, but I feel like definitely she's not going to be that much in the movie. I wish she would be because I just love Pia. I'm excited to see her acting for the first time, but yeah, I doubt she'll have that much screen time. And this is not counting her song, Bitter Love, because then she would have a lot more than 10 lines, but I just mean like in character. My 8th prediction is that the character of Landon will sadly be pushed to the side for a lot of movie 1, which is really disappointing. I don't know if it's true, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but just the way that we've been given these trailers, like Landon is barely in them, and I can think of a few scenes off the top of my head that we have seen him in. Like there's the one of them sitting like on the grass, there's the one of them in class, but I don't know, Landon plays such a big role in the book series that I would just hope they would include a lot of him in the movie. But again, I feel like it's another instance of them trying to just move along with the progression of the love story, so the other characters kind of have to fall to the back burner, which is upsetting because I love Shane and I want to see him in this movie so much. So hopefully I'm wrong and we do get a lot of Landon scenes, but I'm not going to keep my hopes up for that one. My 9th prediction is that Hardin and Tessa are not going to fight as much as they do in the book series. Probably 1, so that the relationship appears a lot less toxic, and 2, I also think, going back to my first idea about Hardin being more of a softie, I doubt that they're going to get in that many screaming matches and fights like they do in the book series where they yell at each other all the time and get in each other's faces and fight. I really don't think it's going to be that intense in the movie. If anything, they'll get into a few small arguments that, you know, move the plot along and have to do with things like Noah or like his father, the wedding, like things that we know are going to fall into place in the film. But I highly doubt that they're going to fight as much, as well as the fact that the movie obviously has to be a lot shorter, so taking out a lot of the times where they fight and they kind of break up and then make up the next page, like it's just gonna make the plot a lot smoother, I think. So taking out some of the fights, I think, is going to be a definite possibility for the film. And my 10th and final prediction for the after movie is that it's gonna be different. It's gonna be really different, and I feel like this has been kind of alluded to just by Anna saying things like, you know, we can't make everything the same, or just certain things we've already found out that do seem different, the new scenes. However, I'm not looking at this as a bad thing. In fact, I think it's a really good thing because I'm excited to see the reaction of the movie from people that aren't even fans of the book. I want the movie to do well. I'm not saying that we should change the whole story just so more people go see it and fans are like, okay, cool. But I just think that the certain changes that they're making are probably going to benefit us as a community of people that are looking to see more films. And also, you know, a book and a movie can never be exactly the same. I do think that the essence of the story and the characters will still remain there, but to think like this huge thick book could be transformed into an hour 45-minute film, it's just not realistic. So I think and I expect the movie to be quite different. However, I am looking at them as two separate entities at this point. Personally, I'm not going to go see the movie and say that it was bad if it doesn't perfectly match the book. I will be judging it off of other things, not how close it relates to the book's story. So that's just me personally. If you thrive off of seeing things that exactly match, that might not be how you're going into the movie. But for me, they're two separate things. You know, if they're not the same, that's fine with me. I just want them both to be good and they can stand on their own, and that's perfectly fine. So yeah, I'm expecting the movie to be quite different. So I'm not going in with any crazy expectations of how it's gonna go, but I'm so excited, you guys. I literally get to see this movie tomorrow in 24 hours. I don't understand how this happened, guys. It's so crazy and I'm so excited. I'm gonna have 1,010,000 videos up this weekend for you guys with after content. I'm gonna do non-spoiler and spoilery stuff, so those of you that haven't seen the movie, don't worry. But for now, that's going to be it. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys very, very soon in a new one. Bye!